Hi everyone, let's cover my 8-hour time frame Elliott Wave scenarios on Bitcoin, starting with what you see on my chart, which is a 5-wave impulsive structure, and after 5 waves, look for a retracement to the downside. Most common retracement target for 4 is the blue box, 99.3 to 92k, invalidation 88k, and an absolute minimum target for wave 4 is the 146 at 101.8k, which has been touched, but that is a very rare retracement target for a wave 4. At the moment though, it is the only fib level that is touched, hence the reason it is on my chart. Now this wave 5 can take the all-time high or not, it doesn't really matter. What is most important in a wave 5 is that you get a nice clean 5-wave structure to the upside, and you want to create another high on the chart on decreasing volume. The second scenario is an alternative scenario where we have a finished 5-wave structure labeled as a 1 or A, look for a big retracement in 2 or B, and then continuation to the upside. The reason why this is an alternative scenario is because of the beginning. Here we count this structure to the upside as a leading diagonal, and based on Elliott Wave Theory, a leading diagonal has lower probabilities than a multi-1-2. Nonetheless, in this scenario, you would look for a big retracement to the downside in a 2 or B. Most common retracement target is the 05786, 90.1k to 81.1k, and the 382 is generally a minimum target at 93.8k. You would also like to end wave 2 or B after this vertical line on my chart, which is a fib time taken from the start to the end of this move towards the upside, comparing 1 or A with 2 or B in time, and the 382 is sitting on the 25th of May. Finally, the most bullish scenario is counting this structure to the upside as a multi-1-2, 1-2-1-2, and look for a wave 3 towards the upside. The most common retracement target for your wave 2 here in this local 1, 2, and then 3 up is the 05 to the 786, 99.5 to 96k. Minimum target is the 0.382 at 101k, which has been touched with this wick over here. So price does not need to go down to the common target area for wave 2. Minimum target has been touched, and so far all of this price action locally looks corrective, which is fine for wave 2, as preferably wave 2 finishes at least after the 0.382, which would be the case, as likely this is all corrective price action as well. Invalidation is taking out the low at 93.3k, and the main difference between this scenario where you look for a big wave 3 towards the upside and this scenario where you look for a wave 5 is the volume. If we move towards the upside, take out the high, and volume is going to significantly increase, then this scenario gets higher probability. So keep an eye on the volume if price would take out the current high. If we then look at the news, we have some news today and tomorrow. Today at 2:30 p.m. and tomorrow on a Friday at 2:30 p.m. and 4 p.m. Central European time. So make sure you trade safe, as it can increase the volatility on the chart. And if we then look at the probabilities, then the probabilities at the moment still are a bit higher to count this as a 5-wave structure, still preferably looking for a wave 4 and 5, as a multi-1-2 has higher probabilities than a diagonal, which is represented by the blue polyline. So the blue polyline would be another 4, another 5, and then get a retracement, while the green polyline is your most bullish multi-1-2, where you would count a wave 1, 2, and then you look for a wave 3 to the upside. Again, the biggest difference is the volume. In the blue polyline, if you look for a wave 5, you want to see price taking out the high on a lower amount of volume. If price moves to the upside and volume is going to increase, keep an eye on the green polyline, as we would then likely start counting that as a wave 3. The yellow polyline is counting this as a finished 5-wave structure, doesn't really have the highest probabilities at the moment. It is an alternative, but as always, the local range will show us everything that we need to know, and we'll just give it a little bit of time. I hope that this video was helpful or valuable to you. On the left, you see a video on the simplest way to use and trade Elliott Waves without even counting, and on the right is the Elliott Wave educational playlist to help you understand more about Elliott Waves. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and I hope to see you at the next one. Bye bye.